As you know, this is a event where we put all questions and feature requests or any sort of communication inside of the chat unless stated otherwise. This is so we can go ahead and make sure that we record it and get to all of your questions because a lot of them end up coming in at the same time and we want to be sure that we can address everybody. And with that being said, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. Wally, take it away.
Hi, I'm Wally, your friendly neighborhood support giraffe, here to answer your tickets and do any trolls and make sure everybody is having a great time.
Thank you. You're a
Hey,
dog?
I'm Daisy.
Hello, there we go, Daisy.
I do all kinds of things. I help with studios, with support, and what's the other? All kinds of things. Let's leave it at that.
She does a lot. Hello, I'm Lacey. I also do a lot, but I'm also community manager. You know, make sure to hear that we all have a good time and everyone else does as well. And Don.
Hello, I'm Don. I'm on the engineering side, mostly the back end side of things, but also operations, and just generally making things that make sure things keep running.
He is a savior. He does a lot of amazing stuff. All right.
Yes, he does.
So we have a little bit of announcements to kick us off. We have some big events coming up in the calendar. If you guys are not already on our Discord, I announced it into the channel the other day, but we've got the Lost Horizons series coming back for their spring edition. A lot of exciting shows coming up with artists such as DJ Sneak, Martinez Brothers, Armada Music Box, Blondish, Monster Cat Live, Ed Banger Records Showcase, and more to be posted. Right now, the tickets are $10, or you can actually get access to all of the shows with a season pass for a limited time for the same price of $10. I think that ends on March 13th, so if you guys are interested in coming to one or more shows, I'd totally recommend getting that season pass. And then we also have the Tobacco Dog Virtual, which is going to be opening up on the Easter weekend because that is really cool. It's actually a real life thing, and there's some really great artists. There's a lot of them, so I'm not going to sit here and read them all because I'd probably mispronounce them. But you guys should definitely check out those as well because it's a brand new, very big moment for both Sansar and Tobacco Dog. All right. Yes. So, next is that you guys probably saw new Nexus. We got rid of some of the holiday stuff, and we've got a little bit more of the Sakura theme as well as the March theme going on. Hope you guys enjoy that. And the last time that we talked, we hadn't added the heart backpack item yet, but that's also there. If you guys have any suggestions for upcoming backpack items, let us know, and we'll see what we can do. Other than that, though, those are the announcements I have. Does anybody else on the team have any sort of announcements that they'd like to get across? All right. So, that being said, let's get on to the questions, feedback, all sorts of great stuff. Make sure to type it into the chat or the Twitch chat or the stream chat. So, let's see. We've already got a list started up going on. The first question is, hi, this message is from Nikki who can't be here. She wants to know if it can be made so that you can just update an item without having to create a whole new listing and people would just re-deliver from the store. I think we were just talking about this with all of us, but maybe Dawn wants to speak to that.
So updating an item so that, could you repeat it? So that what happens? I'm not quite clear on the flow there.
Right now, I think she's saying that people have to make an unlisted listing because they're not able to update the item that they have previously listed on the store. And so if they make any updates to it, they need to send it out to the people that have bought it.
Oh, right. Yeah, that has been on our list for quite a long time. It does require some architectural changes on the back end in order to support like the versioning of those. I could maybe see that happening maybe later in the year, but it probably would be a bit lower on our roadmap for maybe like not for the next few months or so. But it is a good idea, and it is something that we haven't thought about quite a bit in the past.
Very cool. All right. So that being said, it would be awesome to have it. Keep posting. Next one that we have is from Rag. It's a feature request. Can we engineer multiple people in the Sansar edit build mode? Would be great to be able to build with other people for both productivity and classroom situations.
I totally agree with that. I've been wanting that for quite a long time. We actually did start going down the road of having the edit servers be collaborative. It's a lot of work to be able to sync that up into just the user interface and all of the everything on top of that. So I don't know when that would get back on the roadmap. I don't think it's quite on there in the current term. But it is definitely something that I would like to see and would like to keep pressing on. Maybe not this year, perhaps next year.
Thank you.
That'd be excellent. Lots of fun building togethers. The next one is question 1A. Many users, specifically newbies, are unaware. Oh, this is from Mieka. Many users, especially newbies, are unaware of the existence of the pinning function in the lookbook and what key combination to use. Could we have sort of a description feature? I think that this is like, most people don't know that you can press the middle mouse button to pin a clothing item. But I don't know, do you... See, this is why it's great to have
I
Nikki here.
actually didn't know that. I actually did not know that either.
Really?
So, yes,
Oh.
it's probably better
There is
documentation.
an option, yeah.
Well, we should definitely, maybe we'll have a guide written up or something. Wally, that could be a great idea.
Daisy.
Daisy too. There we go. All right, the next one is 1B. Many users lose track of where the pins are placed. Could we have sort of pin symbols introduced on the clothing avatar? I think it's a great idea, but I know Don just learned this today, so maybe, yeah.
So just to give, I am actually mostly a back-end engineer. I am not generally a client-side engineer, but I am learning as I go.
There we go.
Yeah, it might be an idea if we could somehow make it visible and invisible on with a toggle of a button or something.
Yeah, that could be definitely a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next question is also from Mieka. When does the F1 keyboard overview get updated with the new Escape, F7, and F10 keys functionality? I think you're referring to the keyboard graphic, I believe, that tells people what the buttons do, correct?
Yes,
Oh, okay. That's a good idea.
I think it's on 3 dots and what desktop control. Yeah, then you get that picture. Yes,
Awesome.
because I think that would be great for newbies. They have an overview. They can see the functions that have been changed.
No, I actually see that, and I think that that's a great idea. I'm gonna send that to the person that might be able to do that. Thank you for that. All right. The next question that we have is actually not a question, it's a suggestion. The only feature that would improve my life right now would be an in-game clock. I waste far too much time in edit. This is from Sin.
Ooh, that's a good idea, actually. I actually would love to see that myself. Like, is this like a just sitting there over like an overlay? Like, so I'm not sure how it would actually look in the client. Like, where that would be sitting? Would that be really cool?
I totally agree. We'll note that down. That's a smart idea. Or and to watch in VR, Sin says.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Maybe
noted
when you
down.
open the codex, maybe when you open the codex in the top right corner or something.
That's definitely an idea as well.
Or put it on your wrist.
Yeah, that's a great
Mhm.
idea, actually. We're gonna write that down. Thank you for that. That's I'm surprised that we haven't ever thought about that before because that's actually a great idea.
I've actually thought about having like the top bar kind of having like the URL of where you're located, as well, kind of like a browser, and that may be a place to put the time as well, maybe with like a back button and things like that, more browser-like. But I'm not sure if folks like the idea of the client becoming more browser-like in that regard.
No, I totally get that. And the next suggestion is actually a torch for Dark Worlds from Sin. I think that's a cool idea. We've currently got the electric torch, which is the glow stick, definitely. But I know, I get what you mean. That's a cool idea. Let's see. those are actually the only ones that we have so far, funny enough. If you guys have any other questions, please go ahead and type them into chat because that's all we have currently written down. Oh, okay. Somebody
Oh, wait.
definitely
There
just.
we go.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Vitamin C. Let's take a moment to process this, and while they get those questions written down, I'm gonna also announce that in case you guys did not see, we actually do have the Cyberpunk store collection live. Thank you guys to everyone who suggested this as a category for the store collection. A lot of great items are up there from all sorts of creators that have submitted their items, and I totally recommend you guys check it out. Really cool stuff in there, and great job to the guys, especially that made new items for that store collection. A lot of cool stuff, and I'm even wearing some of it today. All right, so I think we've finally started getting processed on some of those questions right there. All right, the net. Oh no, what? Okay, Daisy, y'all good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Normally, I'm used to it that normally Wally did it for me, so I'm a little struggling here.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
They're down at the bottom.
okay,
At the bottom, why don't I see them? Am I on another page?
you're
Okay.
good. All right, the next one we have is
I don't see
in
them.
build mode, the top UI, which is part of the build mode, it doesn't allow other UI windows element to be on top of that. We need to be able to switch focus level for that top UI element.
Oh, we should add that to the list to look at. Yeah, that sounds like an issue.
All right, I can actually I can tag you in that if you'd like me to. The next one is allow us to bone scale rigged meshes. It stop us from doing a million things that requires this feature.
Yay.
I'm not sure what that means, but maybe Danta.
I'm also not in that side of things, but should add it to the list to give it to some engineers that can make sense of that.
All right, we shall. All right, the next one that we have, also from Vitamin C. Allow only world owners to preview physic volume meshes in game mode, not edit mode, through the diagnostic tool. Also allow world owners to disassemble any of the viewing diagnostic modes for play the mode for cheating reasons, maybe somewhere in the scene settings with checkboxes.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The physics volumes, I don't know if there's enough. There should be enough information to be able to render those in the client if we send that information up to the owners themselves. But yeah, there should be a lot more in that regard around like permissions of what the owner can do and what they allow other folks to do. And I agree that should be a scene setting. It's a nice feature.
Yeah, definitely. The next one's also from Vitamin C. Add into the avatar lookbook for accessories customization a slot for the belt so it can move with the avatar waist, not just the neck. Neck which bends with the spine, which is not useful for belts.
So a new slot. I see, a new belt slot.
Right.
Okay.
I think that they mentioned at one of the previous product meetups that they were thinking about, getting away with categories and rather just worrying about the amount of items you can have attached. But I definitely don't know if I could speak to that because I wish I knew how to code. But yeah, Don probably knows the best on this.
Again, I have not worked with the avatar side of things as much, but let's put this on the list and talk to some other engineers and see where that can be prioritized.
Thank you. That's a great idea. Thank you. The next one that we have is add more file types for the skybox to avoid uploading a huge mega file for a skybox, or even failing the upload. Give us PNG/JPEG support. I know EXR carries more data information, which is useful for how the scene light will bake, but not such an impact with 8-bit JPEG or PNG format also.
Yeah, I totally agree with this one. I'm actually kind of surprised that we don't currently already support PNG and JPEG. So this should be. I would hope to see this addressed sometime this year, at least in the next few months. That doesn't seem like it'd be that hard to support.
Yeah, no, that's That's definitely a good one. They also put, sorry, I didn't realize this was part of the question. Let us decide if that is so important for us to use EXR format. We are not building AAA experiences, and even if we do, we don't have reflections to see the sky reflected in metallic surfaces. So not having EXR format is not a big deal. That's from Vitamin
Fair
C.
enough.
Fair enough. All right, next one. The ability to right-click on an object in build mode and copy its material to be able to paste onto another object, either as a new material or to replace the current material on the pasted object.
That does make sense. Yeah. No, that would be a great addition. I agree.
Totally. A lot of these questions are technical, so thank you so much, Don, for helping out.
So just as a matter of process, so Wally, does this get added to our list to review on the engineering side later on? Where do we take this list and go over it later on? Because this is great stuff.
We're writing all this down in a Notion document that I'll send to you.
Perfect, thanks.
Awesome. This next one is from Turge. In build mode, can we have individual scaling of horizontal/vertical of an item?
I don't see why not. But then again, I don't work in the edit mode either.
I ask this one every
time. I don't see why not. There must have been a technical reason why that wasn't implemented in the first round. So again, let's add this to that list, and I will see what the blocker is on that.
All right. The next one is also from Sin. Could we have separate audio options for audio stream and media stream? At the moment, I think they are both under the stream's volume.
Trying to familiarize it. So this is in the settings section? What are we looking at here?
I believe so.
Volumes?
I think that
Settings.
it would be under world. Wouldn't the audio stream just be under the world audio versus the streams?
Yeah.
Not normally. It's the world audio is for like background sounds and stuff. I'm on about the actual like media streams, shitcast streams that you can add. They come under the streams volume, so you can have a media stream playing like the TK script, and then you can also have a shitcast stream playing, but you can't adjust their volumes individually unless you go into edit mode.
Oh, I see. I see. Yes, we should split those out then if that's the case.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, make sure we have that description of the differences between those two, and let's add that to the engineering list to go over with product.
Awesome. The next one we have is from Ranking LW. When will we have a better UI for VR? Could you elaborate a bit more on this? Because I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to on the UI.
UI meaning like a menu system within, we have several windows, the chat, all those, because I'm always having to, move one out of the way and put one over here and one over here. And, it seemed like it would be more simple to just consolidate them all together into one menu system and put it further out from your body, because in VR, it's it gets kind of fidgety.
So I'm trying to envision it like one big UI that has.
Yeah, one big UI.
I think that Alex actually
you get
showed a
floating
preview
windows
of like a new chat system coming in. Do you know possibly if that might be something that would be translated to UI?
Well, I'm talking.
Oh, sorry, I was asking Don.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen the Alex's update on that. I'm just trying to think through how that. I think that there would need to be. I think that we would need to like revamp a lot of the UI in order for that to come about. I don't see it being done in the near term. But if you have some like specific suggestions, maybe like a quick like a little drawing or something you want to give us an idea of what that would look like, so we can envision it, we can feed that back into our UI folks for like the next round of changes.
Yeah, of course. We're definitely going to write this on down. That's a great one. The next is we have a suggestion. Let's see. Okay, actually, those suggestions were questions. Let's see. The next one is I am making tattoos now for the Alina avatar, and that is an optimized avatar. I can get her down to the limit in triangles to make it work as a clothing layer, but for the default avatar, the triangles are way too high to be used at a tattoo or cloth layer. So how far are we with layers on skin and custom skins? That would do a lot for the economy as those as well.
Mm-hmm.
I unfortunately don't know anything about where we're at with the skinning side of things. So we'll have to shop that one out and ask where that's at.
You've definitely got some support from me. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see next. Can we have a default draw distance of an object set to a medium value like 500 instead of maximum? That would easy build the process a lot. This is from Terj.
It seems reasonable. I let's add it to the list.
All right. That next one is, what are Sansar's plans for promotion advertisement of the platform other than events? I think that I can go ahead and speak to this. I mean, we do have a lot of people coming through events, but really the goal is, we're getting folks into the metaverse with these events. Everybody, not everybody is somebody that knows about, virtual worlds and stuff like that, and they might not even know that this kind of stuff exists. But they might know that a band exists, or they might know that a specific event exists, and getting people into the metaverse is the first step. Keeping them in the metaverse is a big thing, and a lot of the wonderful community members we have come from these specific types of events, and y'all keep them around as well as all the really cool stuff that goes on in Sansar. So part of the very first step into the metaverse is really about getting people inside with these amazing things like Lost Horizon, LWE, and all sorts of great stuff that we've had, like Boat's House. So your best friend in Sansar might just be somebody that came in from one of those.
Can I add to this? Because I was the one who asked the question.
Yeah, sure.
You know that I've been in the Sansar now for a long time. I've seen people who were enthusiastic disappear from the platform. I continue to see that happen. They've been waiting and waiting for Sansar to grow as a community, but it's never going. Events aren't going to keep people in here. They're just going to be people coming to those events, parking lot and doing their AFK dancing routines. But we need it promoting seriously, heavily on YouTube and Twitch, that this is a platform for community, that people can come here, build, form groups, chat. That's the only way you're going to get community, and those communities are going to form more communication, and they'll come to the events that you put on. But I don't see the people who come to the events remaining, and the platform needs promoting in a way that people can see how good it is for community and all the things that the community does.
No, I totally agree. To some of your points, although we do see the statistics, and, the community has been significantly growing. It just depends on when you're around, and seeing the people that stick around from events. There's a significant amount of them. I'm really excited because our growth has just been exponential, especially in these last few months, and the community has been growing at such a pace that it's a good thing when I've never heard of somebody that's been hanging around personally, because that means that there's a lot of people making friends and hanging around. Whether or not they come through events or whether they come through other various means, definitely more of a personal, preference. But I think we should definitely showcase all of the things that Sansar has to offer. And, as long as we keep getting more and more people into this wonderful world, I think we're on the right track.
Okay. Now, I have been here a long time, and I see the amount of people in here being similar or less. You get new people in, yes.
We
the
do.
old people are gone, and new people come, and they'll go too. They'll get bored of it.
I mean,
Hey, I've returned after nearly 3 years, so.
Yeah, what I was about to say is a lot of people come back. A lot of people, take leaves for whatever reason, and Recently, yeah, Sin came back after a good amount of time. It's great to have people back and new friends and old friends. They're all here. Totally understand your opinion. It's good to see the statistics behind it, and let's keep on growing. The next question that we have is from Adrian Lake. Is there or will there ever be a preview in the import window for uploading?
Will they ever be? Yes. When that's going to be, I don't know. We have to prioritize that with some other, with everything else that's on our list and the number of engineers we currently have. I would like to see it. I just don't know when that's going to be.
All right. I appreciate that. The next one is also from Terj. On the directional light, can we have some standard light temperature options implemented like D65, D50, and a color grade temperature reference and K value?
Right now, we don't have a lot of rendering folks available to make those changes, so that would need to wait until later in the year at the earliest to get those sort of changes in place. Even if we prioritize it, we're going to need to go hire someone in order to be able to do like the graphics level stuff. So that's kind of where that is on the engineering side.
Awesome. Those sound like lovely tech terms that would. I'd love to see more directional lights. Yes. Thank you for the suggestion, Terj. All right, the next one that we have is from Sin. Great to see you back, Sin. Could we have a way to isolate voice to a single person? Sometimes you want to have a conversation in a busy area, and muting everyone else is a lot of hassle. A temporary private option would help.
Oh, that's a great option. A great idea. Let me think. Yeah, that's a great idea. I also would like to see well, I don't want to get into other features, but yes, I think we can do that. I think like the voice server could probably do filtering on the server side actually as well, and just only send the stream up for those two. It would. I'm just trying to think through the process. It would require next channel here. It's a good feature. I would definitely want to add that to the list, Wally, to look at that. I don't see that in the next few months, of course, but I do love the idea of that feature. That would be great.
It's on the list.
It is on the list. Official statement right there. We've got it on a list. We're checking it twice. Something naughty nice. All right, next one we have is from Vitamin C. Shadowcasters are performance killers. Allow or to exclude or include an object from casting shadow in the object properties. There are objects that really don't need to cast shadows, and having those on will greatly improve the performance.
Yeah, I agree with that one. That one's probably not too hard to add, and sounds like it would greatly improve performance for folks that know how to enable that. I agree that should be added. I need to drop, by the way. I have another meeting that's starting in 1 minute. But this has been really great talking with everyone, and I love the ideas that are coming in here. And while I look forward to seeing that list sent over to me.
Absolutely.
Thanks, folks.
You know, we're actually at the end of the questions, so we'll go ahead and wrap this up at our usual time. I'll get that one we just got from the question chat in here from Mayeka as the last question. Just as I said that, can we have daytime/nighttime implemented besides the workarounds we used just now? Oh shoot. All right. I'm not actually sure what that would be, but I do know.
We'll put it on the list, but Jekka, we'll let you know.
There is some people doing some cool stuff. That would be really great to see. And there are some people doing some cool stuff with the lighting, day and night stuff. Might even be doing stuff internally. You never know. But yeah, definitely let's put that on there and ask about that. So other than that, we've got some really awesome events going on today from the community. And I hope to see you guys all there. We've got the Rave in the Woods coming up, and also the community campfire, and then several great events going on this week. All right, so we'll end this here, and